What the hell?
Hello. I'm Maris. This is GamerQuest. Hello. Alright, I'm gonna plug my thing in now. I didn't want to do that little doot during the intro. Because I'm pretty sure you can hear that when I do that. How's everybody doing? How y'all doing? So, today, if you remember long ago, actually not too long ago, I got to get a code for a game that was being released on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One called Stories, The Path of Destinies. And of course it only had a certain amount open to it, everything, but it was a pretty cool game. Even though I was on PC, I was playing it. Well, guess what I got? I got the full game. Cha-ching! So, we're gonna take a look at the full game. The demo only got us into, what, like the second or third board? And I had a lot of fun playing it, so this should be pretty damn cool. You get to, like, choose your path through the game. It's cool. For this, I will be using a controller like I did the first time around. This is a hardwired Xbox 360 controller hooked up to my computer tower. So, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have fun, and we're going to kill bad people and upgrade stuff. I remember there being sword upgrades in this, and skill upgrades, and, like, lots of stuff to do. So, my mouse pad is, like, moving independently of my mouse. It's not very... What the heck? There's something on the bottom of my mouse, maybe? Nope. Losing my mind. Lost my mind, should be, more or less. Kill all the things and do all the stuff. There we go. This game was very well done when I played the, like, early press release. And I thought it was pretty cool that even though I was on PC, I could still play it and check it out and stuff like that. And then once you know, they gave me a copy. Woo, for PC. Okay. I believe these are all set up, right? Yeah.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Renardo plundered the
Renardo!
Philippines. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped.
Everything about this game's actually very nice.
Swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned.
Dun dun dun.
The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Renardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
It's currently collecting dust. I mean, I don't need a PC controller. I think I have 2 of these. And that's really all you need. I mean, I have wireless controllers, but they don't work with the tower. You have to use the hardwired ones, which I'm fine with. No problems with that. Here we go. Now this is
looking down, watching his city burn. Sorry, kid. Renato told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course.
Of course.
So Renato had to run after him.
Alright. Oh, he's a rabbit and his name is Peter.
The 2 ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Renato said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right. For the Emperor!
For the Emperor!
Forward and rushed at him.
Yeah. Okay.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
I mean, they did some good work on this game. X to grab, L to aim. Ah.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship.
Oh, he's gonna steal my ship.
Damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword?
We're gonna get it from down here.
Ore and wind essence? Perfect.
Alright, we are going to... Yes. Yes.
A hero sword. QED.
Okay.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you! Cute, said Renato.
No.
Ravens.
Yep. Alright.
It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it?
Alright, use the
Maybe if
altar
he
to learn
meditated
new skills.
At that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
Okay. Each time you gain a level, you also gain a skill point. Skill your... Okay. Alright, there are 4 tiers of skills. The more truth you discover, the more tiers you unlock. Here you can find a description of each skill. You have 1 skill point to spend. Go and buy the hook shot. So we're gonna go here. No? Is it this one? Yes.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely
Press
forgot.
Y for
like
it.
how to
Okay.
freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd
There we
probably
go.
remember.
Bam. Bam.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And
Oh.
something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush.
Yeah?
Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No!
Kid, you're so
Peter!
screwed.
But the kid ran for it. And a goggler nailed him with its ivy.
Well. That was...
The book was unburned.
Nah.
Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes.
I
Damn
mean...
it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh,
Yeah, he
damn
really
it.
did buy the big
Renato
carrot
picked up the
farm.
book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Oh, yeah. Got the intense music now. I totally forgot that I could break all this stuff and get resources.
What was the big deal about this book
But-
anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel?
Oh, this is where the
Called
demo
the Raven
started.
captain over the loudhailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renato yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. Take us to the rebel base, and we'll spare your life! It cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, and unless Renato could bring a game changer. Maybe he could.
Okay.
Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Lapino or the Sky Ripper? This changed. This wasn't so colorful and everything like that. It only highlighted the box that you were picking before. So that's nice. Oh, shoot. Why do I gotta feel guilty about what choice? I think I want to do the Sky Ripper. Let's do it.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind.
No guilt in war times, that's true.
And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Dun dun dun.
As he set foot on the island, Renato could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature.
Damn right.
Could he stick with it?
Can we stick with it? We'll see. I'm sure I can be a mean, cold-hearted individual. Ooh, yes. Yeah, they word everything like that, and you're like, man, they make you feel guilty. I don't think I'm ready to go down here yet. I think there's a couple more chests up here, if I remember correctly.
This chest contained blank passports from 15 countries. And something useful.
Okay, I think that should be everything. Okay.
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
Alright, here you can equip... Alright, so... My gauntlet has 3 sockets. Each gem has 3 levels. Pick and gem... Oh, I guess I don't have any gems. Alright, well that... Okay. Can't upgrade anything yet. Now, I don't want to end up a pile of ash like my little buddy did.
Hey, how do you tell if someone's far away or just really small?
Okay. Phew.
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Okay. I have no skill points. That sucks. Alright. Just to let you know, the purple one I need the Void Blade to open, so...
Hero Wall. Hero Sword.
Yep.
Ice Wall. Ice Cube.
Ice Sword. Nice.
Renato had learned so much about... Ooh, what was it again?
I'll let my little bunny continue to be a pile of ash. But, I think I'm better suited not being a pile of ash. Youch, that one got me, and it took almost half my health. Egads.
Sleep tight, thought Renato.
Sleep tight. Am I gonna get nightmares from playing this game? Or are you, like, telling me something that I don't know? Check on Twitter tomorrow to find out if I had any crazy dreams about this game. Although I have dreamt in video games many a times. Food.
Ah, a puzzle. Bernardo loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good. Bernardo's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
He just needs to smash something. The vile animal that he is. Moose 122, thank you for the follow. Welcome, adventurer. Okay.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot.
L and
like how to
A.
freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Alright, I came this way, right? Yeah. So I guess we're going down this way then. That's a big door. Oh. They're just gonna let me
There
walk
it
in and grab
was.
this?
Sky Ripper's armature.
Okay.
The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island.
Okay.
Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Bam.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature.
Why you gotta be like
the
that?
armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels.
Why you gotta
War
show me
demanded
him surrounded by crow
And
heads?
he
It's
would
just
make more before
wrong.
the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Have to get the core. Have to. We're gonna do it.
Doubt sunk in before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up.
It's like, had he
He'd made this decision from his
grown
gut,
up?
like he always did.
How
Somehow,
dare
he'd
he?
impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
No, it really didn't, but we understand. Because Because I totally understand.
What I could make with all these sword crafting materials, thought Renato.
I don't know. Some sword stuff? Just throwing that out there. I mean, they're sword crafting material. Is there anything good over here? But there is. Okay. Okay, well that was incredibly handy, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. That seems like a good place as any to go. Why do I have a feeling this thing's gonna turn on me? And it's gonna, like, start shooting laser beams and, like, fry me or something like that. Like, I feel it. It's a feeling in my bones.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
That would be sulfur. FYI.
This chest smelled kind of funky. He hoped he didn't get it in his clothes.
Oh, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Alright. What's up, Leaked? At least we don't have smell-o-vision. Like, I can smell... I can almost fake myself into smelling like that rotten egg smell. Ugh.
Come over here.
Getting good with the, combat. Shablam!
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
It's like, where's the mice? I want a snack.
Renato felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
It's like, oh, school. All right. Okay. This is actually, the developers gave me a key to the whole game. So I have the whole version.
No?
Fuck. I don't want to die. Shoot.
Renato wondered how much his tailor was going to charge for all the holes in his clothes.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Let's go test it out.
Had never been much of a student. At Swordfu school, he'd never read the books, just looked at the pictures. And Zenobia. But weapons he understood. His gut told him that the Skyripper would work great. He would use it to take out the Imperial outpost. And what's the worst that could happen? The thing wouldn't work, and then he'd take it to the scientists, right?
Sure.
Exactly.
All right.
As he set out down the path, Renato wondered why the parts of the Skyripper had only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had discarded it. This Emperor, Isengrim III, had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Perhaps that was bringing up lost artifacts. How perfect, then, that the Skyripper would reappear to be his destruction. Renato felt a little better.
Yeah, food. Feed me, feed me. I mean, who wants to know what the hell they're doing before they use a weapon anyway? I mean, come on now. The whole point of getting a new weapon is running in and blowing it off all willy-nilly. That's the most important part.
Bridges, anyway.
Who needs bridges? More wind. Yeah, I mean, I'll know how it works after I've used it. Seems legit.
Ooh, Renato loved to improve his gear.
I don't have an ice sword. Wait. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Whew. That was uncalled for. What is this? Okay. Okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Whoa. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom.
If they didn't want their things broken, they really ought to make them stronger.
Okay. Alright, where am I? I'm gonna go up here.
He was tired of slaughtering ravens. Maybe it was time to test out the new weapon.
Let's
He
do
turned
it.
a knob on the Sky Ripper. It made strange mechanical noises. The wheels spun faster. It began to hum. The Sky Ripper was following his every step. At least it acknowledged him as the master. But there was no trigger. How was he supposed to fire it? Fire.
Oh shit, I missed one.
Nothing happened. Well, maybe it just needed to warm up. After all, it hadn't been fired in thousands of years. A crafting bench. Bernardo wondered what he could make with it.
Let's see here. Nice. Alright, that sword's at maximum level. Still don't have any gems. Ding ding. Yeah, fire. Run! How do I get over there? Look at that giant chest that's just like, I'm over here, open me. Oh, you wanna play? Well, there she goes! Oh, yeah.
The Sky Ripper was making a whining noise now, and its wheels were spinning so fast he could no longer see them. Bernardo had a thought. Please? He asked. The Sky Ripper began to glow. Boom! The outpost burst into flame. Ravens flapped out screaming, wings on fire. The base was his. The far speaker toad came hopping out. Bernardo! It croaked, sounding like a toad version of Zenobia.
Don't use the Sky Ripper. It will destroy the world.
Yeah, sure it will, cracked Renato. Pull the other one.
If you don't trust me, go see Calaveras.
That sounded sensible. Why did she always have to sound sensible all the
Yeah.
time? Oh, it was infuriating. Of course she would say that. He was supposed to hurry and bring the Sky Ripper to the council so the rebels could actually win the war. But what if she was right? Damn it.
We're gonna go be sensible.
So frustrating. If she couldn't get you with magic, she'd get you with reason and
Mind you, that's the
caution
enemy's
and
daughter.
Sensible arguments. Of course, Calaveras, he might not know the latest scientific theories with evidence and all, but Renato preferred the knowledge in the old books anyway. What they said felt true, and that's what's important. You should be careful. She'd probably guess he'd come here. That meant she'd probably set an ambush for him. Renato landed on the island, expecting Zenobia's ambush at any moment. God, after all these years, she still drove him crazy. Or, unless they were part of the ambush, the obvious reasons he was meant to see to take his mind off the ones he wouldn't see. There did seem to be a lot of ravens around here.
Yeah, I'm slipping. I'm being sensible. How can I allow myself to do that?
Renato wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
I mean, I guess that's a actual real question. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, hold on a minute. Hold your horses. How do I... Yeah, I screwed up.
That was awesome!
Oh shit, I'm stuck. Oh damn. Well, I screwed myself.
It was definitely easier to fight inanimate objects.
I do have a little death laser, it's nice.
Danced around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it. It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
Oh, so many different ways to go. Sweet. Sweet.
Renato wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
I don't know, these seem pretty energy efficient if you ask me. Okay.
Zenobia's ambush never materialized. Could she be sincere? Calaveras was a great scholar. Renato doubted even Zenobia could convince him to say something he didn't believe. And if he was working for the Empire, he'd never have told Renato about the Sky Ripper in the first place. Well, he would listen to the wise old toad. But that didn't mean he had to agree.
Oh, okay. The hell are we going?
Renato's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
No, clearly not. Did we make it? Oh my god, finally.
Why? Why did he listen to Zenobia? She was the enemy. Of course she didn't want him to use his shiny new weapon. The thing was, though, She was appallingly honest. I mean, she wouldn't lie even to an enemy. At least she'd never lied to him. So if she said he had to see Calaveras, it probably was a good idea to see him. Ugh, it was infuriating. Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs. Good to practice your moves, thought Renato. Keeps you
Always. Does keep you limber. All right, do I have... Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. Okay.
Calaveras examined the Sky Ripper eagerly.
What? How often does a new relic surface?
He brushed off Zenobia's warning.
Oh, what does sorceresses know about physics?
However, he did know a few ways to make the weapon even more precise and more powerful, and quickly went off to tinker.
Oh, geez.
Soon the Sky Ripper no longer whined, but thrummed like a hummingbird taking off. It was ready for war. And so, Renato thanked Calaveras and took the legendary weapon to the final battle. But where were the other rebel ships? Had something happened? He could defeat the Imperial fleet with a Sky Ripper, but he couldn't govern. He was not cut out to be Emperor, and he'd no desire to be one.
Dun dun dun.
There were a few rebel ships here and there, but there was no organization to the battle. Where was the Council flagship? Something had gone terribly wrong. But he had the Sky Ripper, and the Ravens had nowhere they could hide.
Shit. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I can change swords here. So is this really the final battle, or like...
Hey, I'm a firefox, thought Renato.
Firefox is bloated.
Once you try it, you're hooked.
epicness. This looks dangerous. Nah. It's like, yeah, we don't need your dag-nabbity flag.
Once, he found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
No!
That hurt.
Yes, I know that hurt. Just trying to run. Jesus. Getting good at the combat.
The council speaker was on the deck, bleeding. Why was she even here? They found our base, she croaked. The council, all dead. We must surrender. No, we can still win this, said Renato. I have the Sky Ripper. He would be a real hero and save the day, even when all appeared to be lost.
Okay, he's gonna be a real hero.
You're a good boy, said the speaker. And then she died.
That sucks.
Craziest weapon he'd ever used. Or not.
Okay. Look at the graphics of this. Like, look how cool that is.
Good thing Renato didn't have vertigo.
Yeah, that's the truth. Holy shit, look at the size of that boat. Alright. There it is. Oh my god.
He fired at the Sky Ripper. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames. And for good measure, he played the beam around it, setting all the other nearby Imperial ships on fire too. And he watched them burn. The few remaining rebels gave a cheer. And then they stopped cheering. There was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger. Crates were falling off ship decks, upwards into the hole. And the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror as it poured into the ravenous hole. He guessed that somewhere behind that ever-widening hole were gods that had long been exiled. But it didn't really matter. Time was done for here.
Man, this is depressing.
And soon it was. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar.
All right.
And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly. He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was
That's
just
awesome.
beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also,
Hyper
a
hero.
temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing.
Oh my
Lapino
god.
was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
We're gonna go with Lapino this time.
Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prisoner? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Don't know.
Once, Renato had been to a dungeon where all the chests were locked. It was awful.
Shoot. Well, if you looked at that last board, it showed all little cards. Those are all the different endings. That's why it's called stories. So, I'm gonna try to not be a dick to my friends this time. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I can win the battle instead of destroying the planet. Maybe. Maybe. I'd love to know where I'm going, though. like, I'll
The
just take you
ravens
over
had
here.
taken the town. Renato had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Renato hoped the people were just hiding.
I mean, I hope so, too. Ah, here we go.
Looked
Ready?
around the empty village and reflected.
Bam.
The Sky Ripper had turned out to be far too dangerous to be used. Time to turn to what he knew best. Hoped his hook didn't break.
Oh! Damn. Well, I mean, yeah. But, like... You know. Alright, that's just food, so...
Renato felt that all recent fighting had taught him something new, but he couldn't quite put his paw on it.
I can't quite put his paw on it. Bingo. I have 2 points.
He'd missed his old skills. He'd welcome them back like he was at a reunion.
I went that way, or I came from that way. Uh-oh.
Can I borrow that?
Nah.
Ravens were landing everywhere.
Yes,
The
indeed.
advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
The music in this is very good, too. They did a really good job on this game. Surprising little gem. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we're good. Half arrived.
Renato felt a chill run down his back. Or possibly a flea.
Or maybe a flake. What's up, homie?
And bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck.
Quest
I thought
King.
You were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power. Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renato's best friend in swordfish school. And you're still mad for her, the rabbit reminded him.
Maybe
They'd
he
been
is.
Close. She'd told him things no one else knew. But she'd never told him who she really was. She knows all the Emperor's plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
I don't know how good of an idea this is.
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
Grim looking at something questionable. Grim's looking at Steam. Grim's looking at games to buy.
Kill her! Kill the rebel! Caught one, Raven. Eat the rebel! Caught another.
Okay. I have a fire sword. Dang nabbit. Okay. So something questionable. They're, who's having the Telltale bundle?
Ha! Bet you never saw that coming.
Humble? There's a Telltale bundle on Humble that's, like, really good. Really good. So if you're looking for, like, Walking Dead games or anything like that, I would go check that bundle out. The BTA price? Yeah, it's supposed to. The more people that buy it, the more it goes up. That's why you gotta get it kind of early.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino. And he outlined a slightly complicated
But the
plan
highest
that
tier
involved
doesn't
geese,
matter.
a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renato. Oh, this is gonna be fun, said Lupino as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan.
Why am I doing this?
Hey! Hey, a workbench! He could try out his new bling. Sometimes, Renato really hated inanimate objects.
Yeah, the highest tier is $12. It won't go above $12. Woo. The King and Sneak King.
Renato felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds, Peppino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renato jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat. Renato, she said, are those new scars? They look good on you. You never return my velvet jacket. It was my favorite.
Wah.
You look stupid in velvet. Oh, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Lupino. But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east over the Nexus.
Dun,
She
dun,
vanished
dun.
from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye, without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lupino was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things.
She knows
recognized
things.
his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. cats always land on their feet. Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Pino. You have to catch her.
Okay, well.
Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase. When Renato went to the china shop, for some reason the owner was always nervous. Don't look down, he thought.
I'm not looking down. Oh, I have a point. Oh, I have a point. Bing, bang, boom. I came from that way, didn't I?
He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe he could talk to her. But, after all, there were worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his.
I think I need
This
70.
would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
I think not. Am I scared of heights? No. What the hell? Explosive ravens. Great. Wow, first time I died. Ooh, man.
Bernardo reached the outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. Oh, you left without saying goodbye. Again, he said, please. I'm enjoying this a little too much, she said, shaken. Oh, spare us the chit-chat, would you? Said Lapino as he shackled her hands so she couldn't throw spells. She knows all his plans. All the way back to the Farfarer, Lapino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was take her to the rebels' secret base. Renato didn't like to think about what the interrogators would do to her. Couldn't he just talk to her?
So, let's be a dick.
As they reached the ruins, Renato could see ravens everywhere, searching for the rebel base. They'd have to hide the Farfarer or go on foot. What if we get separated? Asked Lapino, for once thinking ahead. I'll show you a map to the base. Renato told Lapino. Renato, don't do this, said Zenobia.
We were friends once.
We were friends once. Shut it, witch, or I'll shackle your mouth too, said Lapino.
Ooh.
And then, a few moments later, they touched down.
After I finish this story sequence, I'm going to be heading on out. Tomorrow's my long day tomorrow. I know, I napped a little bit today.
As Lapino pulled Zenobia off
We had
the
Mr.
Farfarer,
Snips today, who he's like the
Renato readied
Energizer
himself
Bunny.
for the battle ahead. I'm sorry I nicked your jacket, she said. It's just... Oh God. It's stupid, but... It smelled like you. What? He said, confused. Then... Why didn't you ride? Why didn't you first speak? Oh, save the romantic nostalgia. Let's go! Shrieked Lapino.
All right, let's
So
go.
Renato launched himself down the path to the secret base.
She's trying to hook up.
This was really awesome. See what I did there?
All right.
Of all the artisans he was creating employment for, truly, he was a job creator.
Clearly. I mean, if you didn't know that, you're just... I don't know what to tell you. Sorry for your stupidity.
He wasn't that good. Yet.
I can't make the other sword yet. I know that. This moron.
Renato wondered if his future self had commissioned these poles. firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Oh, I am hot enough. Don't you forget.
Sensed the jewel's power. He had a feeling they were going to be great friends. They caught their breath. It's beautiful, she said, looking at the ruins. This used to be the library of Ubar, he said, before your father's ravens smashed it. Do we have to talk politics? She asked. That's not how I want to remember you, she said with an odd, wistful look at her face. She was as beautiful as she'd ever been, and as brave. Peppino huffed, back on the trail.
He's trying to hook up, man. Cut him some slack. God.
Sharp? Check. Pointy? Check. Flexible? Check. What else do you need in a sword? Hey, why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team. The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good. Only he had some way to break the ice. Or convince it he was a friend.
Gotcha. Shit. Yes. Ooh, Nelly.
A swerve of newly remembered knowledge. He needed to focus.
Okay.
This chest was filled with reprints of the entire Sandman series. Reprints! What was the point of collecting those? Ooh, and there was something else.
Ooh, something else. Okay. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
As they made their way to the secret rebel base, Renato felt strange. Zenobia was his prisoner, yet somehow she felt more like an old friend. He wanted to tell her all his secrets, but suddenly the ruins lit up with thousands of fireworks. There was a thunderous roar and dust rose. The caves were collapsing. The caves? You've been playing me? Renato said, and he stared at Zenobia. I'm sorry, she said, and she seemed almost embarrassed. Then everything went dark. When Renato came to, he had a terrible headache. Also, Zenobia's sword was at his throat. And her shackles were gone. So was Lupino. The terrible thing is, he said, I really have missed you. Now that we've destroyed the rebellion, would you consider becoming an advisor to the Emperor's daughter? I'm no one's servant. Everybody serves. Even if it's only destiny. I like to choose my own destinies, he said. The whole point of a destiny is you can't choose. Oh, never mind, she said. Look, if I see you again, I'll have to kill you.
Well, looks like we'll be getting it on.
He watched her ship soar away. He would see her again, he decided. Even if he had to fight his way across the entire fleet.
Okay.
The Imperial fleet was cleaning up the few rebel remnants. For only a moment, he thought about running. But heroes don't run, even when the world is against them. Even when their cause is hopeless, and their efforts futile, and pointless, and useless, and death painful and guaranteed. He's decided to stop thinking for a while.
My objective is to kill the Emperor.
Every day he was getting better and better.
Night, night, dark. Don't let the little bed darkies bite.
Silent type.
Ooh, Nelly.
It wasn't his fault. They looked so breakable. beat Reynardo at hot potato.
Yeah!
Said the lead raven.
I want to live! Yeah.
Reynardo's arm was sore, his armor wet with raven blood. He was tired of death. But death was not yet tired of him. The rebels were losing. Badly. In some other universe, Reynardo thought, he and Zenobia had left Sword Fu School together, taken other names and sailed off into the mists. But not this Zenobia, and not him. For him, there was nothing to do but forge ahead. Kill the Emperor and end this.
Kill the Emperor!
There was an inscription on the platform. Balaleka letter with an address.
Egads.
He wished there were more pylons he could use the hook on. He really needed to construct additional pylons.
That's an amazing Protoss reference. Okay. Okay. Going in there?
At last, he reached the Emperor's ship. Zenobia was there. Why'd you have to come back? She said, guess I'm just serving my destiny. He shrugged. You don't even know what that word means. She said, do you ever wonder if things have been different? All the time, she said, and drew her sword. In the end, Bernardo lay bleeding out on the deck. Zenobia sat by his side, upset. "What are you so upset about?" he asked. "You wouldn't understand. Why didn't you tell me you were going to leave school? I was afraid you'd convince me not to." "I guess I'll have to buy you a drink in the halls of the Valiant then," he told her, and then he was gone.
Ah.
Bernardo stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. And still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
So I got story 10 and story 23. So that's going to complete me for tonight. This was Stories, Path of Destinies. This is available on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. This is a cool little game. I didn't realize there were going to be so many different options to how to complete the game and everything. Now I'm going to have to beat everything. Yeah, so what it does is I noticed the last one I completed unlocked a new desert area, so I'm sure as you go through and unlock areas, it unlocks different areas. I mean, there's 24 endings. That's a lot of endings. It's a lot of endings. So, I will see you all, later. So, little screw up on my part. I thought the 18th we were doing the event for Phantasmal. It's going to be on Friday. This coming Friday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are going to have Joe with us, the developer of Phantasmal. It officially launched on Steam today. So, it should be good. It's gone through a lot of changes since last time we had Joe on and last time I've played it, so it's going to be good. May do a couple giveaways of it too. So, as always, I will tweet tomorrow if I'm going to be able to make doing a broadcast. Usually Thursday nights are conference call night for Crackerjack Games, so if not, I will see you all on Friday, and we will be enjoying some Phantasmal to start the night off, and it's going to be good. So, be good, take care, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and don't let the little bed derpies bite. Bye-bye. Mwah.